Hey everyone, this is Julian from WilkandJulianLong.com. In this video, I'm going to be talking about something that's very different from what I usually talk about. It's actually a rare question from one of our readers. And for privacy reasons, I'm not going to be including the name. But, he was asking about, for advice on selecting a partner. Okay, so he's actually dating right now, but, he wants to get some advice. He's speaking to he's dating a couple of people, just hasn't really come down to being someone's boyfriend yet, but he's interested to know from someone who's in the industry of like network marketing, internet marketing, being self-employed, being basically like an online like a new age Gen Y entrepreneur kind of thing, and what would be my advice and viewpoints about selecting a partner? Okay, so like what would the implications be of having a partner who is in the business, who is not in the business, and I know this topic is probably not going to interest everyone, but there may be someone that you know who could be interested in this topic, and gladly share this video with them. So in this video, I wish to just share some personal experiences about this, and hopefully that can give you some insights in helping you get a better idea of what you want, all right, and what would be the best course of action to be. So let's say that if you're into you're probably like let me just tell you a couple of experiences, okay? Like I've been through this myself. I've been with I've dated women. I mean, currently you guys know I'm a single dad. I'm like divorced and stuff, and you guys know that okay, so basically, I've since divorce, I've dated a couple of people, and there are those who are I've dated one is not bad. Okay, I'm not going to mention any names. A little bit of a workaholic, also involved in a network marketing company, and also starting up a new business model, dealing in like some. Uh, the export of some educational products for kids, which I thought was pretty brilliant. Um, and like, what's good about that was that what was good about speaking with this person was that I felt driven to do my work. Uh, in this business, all right, network marketing, internet marketing, being an online entrepreneur, it's one of the biggest challenges. Often trying to keep a discipline. So if you have a partner who is like very disciplined uh, in her work and her life, someone who is like they say, there's no such thing as self motivation, but like someone who is very committed to her goals. All right, that kind of thing actually passes on. So there will be the times when each of you need to be a little bit more inspired than the other person, just to kind of make ends meet, right? Um, that was one thing I felt was good about it. But to another extent, obviously, if she was constantly very workaholic, then uh, I would feel lonely at times, because then there are going to be the times that like she has to do her thing, and I just felt like I needed someone to talk to, and she wasn't there. That was one of the bad points about it, and also like sometimes there's going to be down points. We all have our ups and downs, and sometimes in the down points you're just looking for some inspiration, um, and like sometimes if you see that your partner is like doing really good, it's about will this person who is doing better than you give you a hand up, or actually make you realize the distance that separates you. And then I've also dated someone else who um, was actually really, really good. All right, like I can trust her with getting things taken care of. I can trust her with like a lot of tasks that I know I cannot do myself very well, like administration. I'm terrible at admin. Um, but on the flip side, like she had bad experiences in network marketing, and as and like as a result, um, you know, it was something that's like the stuff that I do, which, as you know, I like to make videos like this. They actually teach about mindset, and sometimes I teach about sales, and I mean, my other video channel, I teach about binary options trading, And like having been burnt, going through expensive courses, joining network marketing companies with big front-loading orders, she had a really bad taste and was just not looking to do it. Even though like me, it's pretty plain to see that this is like my life force. This is what I do for a living. This is what it pays for the lifestyle and everything. But she was just very allergic to it. And when the times that went bad, right? There's sometimes, let's face it, okay, when we, especially those people who are doing like online advertising, or let's say if you're doing network marketing, if you want to do it really well, the secret is that you need to create a system. And in the process of creating a system, there's going to have to be experiments. It's like, when the railway is being released, they'll do beta tests and all kinds of stuff. When software is being released, they do like public trials, beta tests. Medical drugs, same thing. They do like lots of trials and stuff before it gets released. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And that's why, like, medical trials, they pay for people's time, right? I mean, some of you have probably been for that, I've been to medical trials before in the past because I've been at a point of life where I needed money. And, it's like, hey, to be a guinea pig for like 4 months for like a payout of 12 grand was a pretty good idea. I mean, where else could I get that? But, at that point, but it had me feeling really, really messed up, So back to what I was saying, like sometimes the ideas don't work out. And when it doesn't work out, it sucks when she would tell me something along the lines of, I told you so. Or let's say, if I'll be waxing lyrical about this breakthrough idea that I had. And then, for her to say, it's not really that good, or let's say, oh well, it's you're just so good at like like at conning people, For those of you who are doing network marketing, I think you can identify with me. Like you probably have interacted with a family member or a close friend who's told you like, I don't buy that shit. This is like a scam. The whole thing's like a scam. It's a con job. I told you from the start, you're being conned, and then you're trying to con people. So this kind of negativity, it just doesn't go well. And like when you're down, what you really want is for someone to be able to kind of like bring you back up. You don't want someone to rub salt in your wounds, right? And what would be best is that if you like I mean I've also dated someone who I'm currently dating, who's actually also in the industry, right? She also does a little social media marketing. She's in a network marketing company. She still has a full-time job, and I mean she's passionate. She shares ideas about her thing. I share ideas, and the best part about it is that she doesn't impose her thoughts on mine, and I don't impose my thoughts on her as well. I don't like to control or be controlled, because that sucks. I've been talking about this in my previous videos. I prefer to attract and influence. Attract and influence. Attract and influence. In the same way in your business as well, you want to be able to attract and influence your potential customers. Attract and influence your social following. And I felt that we were actually on a very similar vibe. And that's actually really the best thing, because can you imagine the times when, let's say, if there's a company convention or there's an event, like network marketing companies very often have some kind of a convention, a recognition ceremony, like a boot camp. And then if it's like online entrepreneurs, often you have a boot camp. Often you have like a summit, right? Like a traffic conversion summit, marketing mayhem, masters of marketing, the amazing summit, all these kind of events come on a very regular basis. And imagine if you had a partner that you got onto the event, and I mean, like I used to feel this way as well. I feel that it's all about how good I feel. If I feel good with this person, it's okay. But wouldn't you want to have a deeper relationship with the person? And that's only really possible when you can just share everything, because sometimes, no doubt, they don't need to understand, but at the same time, like, you want to be able to share, at least, it's being understood. What's better? What do you think is better? Is it better to like tell someone something and and they listen, or would you make it feel better for you if, even if the person wasn't passing judgment or advice or give me anything, because sometimes you really just want to be heard, right? But if they hear and actually understand how you feel about something, what's better, right? And then back to the same point, would you love to go to an event where your partner can share your dream, right? And look into making it better. She doesn't have to come into the business, but she can be your support. Or for those of you who are female, he can be your support. And by the way, this video applies to both genders. And and let's say, versus okay, going to an event and your partner is really thinking about where you guys going to go for dinner afterward. I'm not saying it's bad, but sometimes at an event like that, there's a lot of people that you can meet, and sometimes it's really so much better, so much more effective, in terms of networking, if your partner is also into what you do, because then you can actually open up to having more contacts during the meal times, like moving around together, having a table conversation. I mean, 2 is a crowd, right? No, well, 2 is a couple and 3 is a crowd, something like that. So imagine there's already 2 of you standing there, and someone else comes along. It's already a crowd, and then a crowd attracts a bigger crowd, because everyone wants to know what someone else is talking about. And then like networking after events. What if you didn't have to run away to meet your partners just so you can go shopping, go to dinner? What if you could stand around and meet more potential, people that could be your accountability partners in your business? People could share ideas with you. What if you could actually, strike out a conversation with another couple and go for like a double dinner date from a different team, different country, or different business, even, to find out a little bit more about what each other does, and then be able to share some ideas and get some other things going. What if you didn't have to constantly take a toilet break, excuse yourself from your group of friends or your team to go off to so-called the bathroom, or actually just stepping outside the hall, or like absenting yourself for most of the meal time, the lunch break. I'm not talking about dinner. Dinner breaks we talked about, lunch break. So you can call or text your partner to just see what they're up to and constantly ensure they're being engaged, not bored in the hotel room, waiting for you to finish, or let's say like where they are shopping at and stuff. Wouldn't that be great? So the reason, so I've just shared, just some experiences with you, and how I felt a little bit about each kind of type, right? And I hope it can help you out. Comment below if you'd like to include anything else as well. Anything you haven't left out, leave them in the comments. And if you felt this video was beneficial for you, do leave a comment as well. And I totally appreciate that. If you believe that anyone can benefit from this too, please pass this on. So once again, I'm Julian Wong from workwithjulianwong.com. My belief is in attraction. I believe in attraction marketing. I'm a strong believer of that because I've used it to build many businesses, online and offline, through the attraction of people to what I portray, and then influencing them through the attraction that I've already done. Okay, so I strongly believe in attraction marketing. I believe in attracting and influencing. And if you'd like to know more about that and the various projects that I do, like in online and offline things, and just related to online entrepreneurship, binary options trading, and network marketing, feel free to go on to my website, workwithjulianwong.com. Thank you, everyone, and I appreciate you for staying with me on this video. Bye for now. Have a great day.